Hello everyone, Marley here. You'll have to excuse my voice. I'm getting over a really yucky cold, but I'm very excited to share this resource with you guys today, especially if you're a school librarian, elementary level. I would say this would be very, very useful for you. It's a free resource. It's being referred to as the Goodreads for kids. That's what the website says. And if you don't know, it's called Biblionasium. So basically, it's a place for kids to track their reading, to set reading goals. The librarian can get involved, or media specialists, teachers can get involved. Parents as well have access to the site and can create their own accounts as well, and keep track of their kids or kid. It's very useful for a lot of reasons, but the reason I love it is because it will, of course, help kids on their reading journey, encourage kids, give them a visual reminder of things they may want to read, things to keep on their radar, kind of like Goodreads does for us as adults. And of course, there's other websites, but I feel like Goodreads is the name that people know as far as a reader's advisory tool. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit about Biblionasium today. I'm just going to show you like the main features. I would say the takeaway for this today is that if you're in a K through 5 library, this Biblionasium is aimed at kids 6 through 13 in age. So I would say just go ahead and try it out with some of your kids if you can. You as the librarian can set up accounts for your kids, and there's a way to go about that. You can find it all on the website. You can find all the information on how to do that on the website. But yeah, I'm just going to walk you guys through a couple of things and show you how you can use it. All right, so what is Biblionasium? It's a reader's advisory website. It's free. It's a social network, kind of, in that kids can friend one another, their classmates, or other people, other kids that they know. You can create reading challenges for your kids as the librarian, but they can also create reading challenges for themselves. They can set reading goals. They can add lists, kind of like on Goodreads if you're familiar, where it's like your TBR, your to be read list of books that you really want to keep on your radar. The website, I've said this many times, but I want you guys to understand it's free, which is just awesome. I hope it stays free. And I noticed that the website has a generally positive, encouraging tone as far as like what counts as books. And I am all for that. I think that is necessary because, if kids are really into graphic novels, nothing keeps them away from reading more if you're poo-pooing graphic novels. You know what I mean? Comic books, magazines, blog posts, you can track all of it on there. Basically, you'll just log in like you would any other site. You log in with an account. Kids can make a username and have their username and password ready to go to log in. And then, of course, they can search. If you see the search bar right there, they can search via author, title, category of book, genre, keywords, kind of things like that to find books. And add them to this virtual bookshelf, which I think is the coolest feature because I am a visual person in general. I think it's just great that this bookshelf can go on forever and you can add as many things you want in your little virtual bookshelf. And I feel like kids want something that's their own, and sometimes at home you don't have your own bookshelf, and sometimes you don't have your own space for that, and this is a virtual version of that. So who's it for? I touched on this a second ago, but it's for students, of course. It's for parents. Parents can create a parent account and link to their child or children. And then educators also have the option, whether it's teachers or librarians, media specialists, have the option to sign kids up and have their educator account. Now, as a librarian, you can have your own account and create your own list of book recommendations and reading challenges, and you can kind of send that information to your group of kids. I was thinking that this is a really great thing to use during spring break, during winter break, over the summer. It's just an extra encouraging thing in lifelong learning and reading journey of children. So just wanted to walk you guys through really quickly kind of what it looks like. Here we are on the webpage. This is what it looks like. You can get to your challenges. You can invite your friends, as you can see. You can just go ahead and add a bunch of books. Me and my 5-year-old, she's in kindergarten, and she is obsessed. Like every day, she's like, "Can I go on my Biblionasium?" So we made her a little account to kind of see from the student's perspective, so I could tell you guys a little bit about it. And as you can see, it's pretty simple. You've got like a thing on the side where you can see your virtual bookshelf. That's if you click My Books, that's how you get there. You can do a reading log, you can do challenges. It's really cool. It's very user friendly for kids. So here's a look at the actual bookshelf. My daughter just went ahead and added a bunch of her favorite books that she loves, books that she has read and she's very proud of. The virtual bookshelf expands. So when you first log in, your kids will probably see like one shelf, and as they add books, it just expands. And again, I just think that from the kids' perspective, it's so exciting and it's something to be proud of and really encouraging. So a couple of other features, just so you guys are aware of them. Of course, the reader's advisory aspect of the website, which is suggested reading. On the left sidebar, you might see that tab, suggested reading. And they just have a couple of little things to select: fun books, spring picks, which obviously changes with the seasons, popular series. It's nothing overwhelming. It definitely doesn't compare to what Goodreads offers adults as far as reading lists and things like that. But I kind of prefer that for kids and this format. I think that's less overwhelming and beneficial. And of course, you have the recommendation aspect between students and librarian and student. So it's just very helpful as far as reader's advisory goes. Lastly, I just wanted to share a few resources with you guys that I came across in my research about Biblionasium. There's a really great podcast that I've linked here. They talk in this particular episode of the podcast about 3 tools that teachers can use that are tech tools. And they mentioned Biblionasium in the podcast, but the other 2 are really interesting. Check those out. One that they talk about in the podcast is for more like middle school, like middle grade. So if you're a teacher or a librarian at that level, that might be helpful. Check that one out. Also a YouTube video that kind of goes over Biblionasium from a teacher's perspective, if you want to get that side of it, since I kind of shared about a student's perspective. And then lastly, just a journal article that I found really interesting, and they refer to Biblionasium in that article as Goodreads for the kids, which I would agree. I think it's the closest thing that we have at this point in time for Goodreads for kids, for reader's advisory, the reader's advisory aspect of it, the reading goals aspect of it, the to be read aspect of it. So yeah, check out that article as well. I hope this was helpful, and I appreciate you guys for watching. Have a good day.